Coming up in this episode of the new Haverlock Hunters.
Are we rested?
Well, it depends. Were you having a nice restful time, or was it a stressful conversation about politics?
Well, I think it would be a stressful conversation about the murder we just witnessed, but we could talk about something else.
I'm above the law. It means I can kill anyone I want and get away with it, and as
No,
you know...
you can't.
Why? I just did it.
You killed someone?
Yes, well, as you know, I've done it many times before, but just now in cold blood around back
I've
in the
never
shop.
killed anyone. Could I kill someone in your presence? Does that make it legal?
You've killed many children. I know that not quite
Well,
people, but...
Neglect does not quite taste the fruit of a hammer to the skull, if you know what I mean.
One of them is called Little Boy with Penis or something, and one of them is called Big Bad Penis or something, but...
You'll have to get more specific. I do love the arts. I know many paintings with boys, but none of them are directly declaring their penises.
And what you failed to mention is that when one orifice puckers, another opens even
These
wider.
are the
I
basic
agree
concepts of chaos magic.
The first painting was called Cat Boy with Apple.
Baby Lovechild leans back in his chair. His bow tie goes zoom in a circle briefly. He goes, "Why, Catboy with Apple? That's one of the most high-class libidinous paintings of the new genre period. Are you saying it's been stolen?" Does your mouth water as you go by, thinking about the
My
profits?
mouth doesn't water thinking about the profits, my God.
What does it do?
It chatters in excitement.
You know, when you're knee-deep in books, that's better than knuckle-deep in anything.
The whole place is set up for peace of mind, for calmness, for,
I touch
whatever.
a lot of things.
Yes, please. Everything here is
They
for
get
the
very
sensual
slimy.
pleasures. Look,
This is
normally
overall-
this would bother me. However, I am already fist deep into the cocaine, and I have not a care in the world.
And now I go to work. We'll just roll 5 dice and we'll see how much damage we can do with this hammer. One hit. They barely knock their nose off.
And now, for our feature presentation. Three centuries ago. Dark days for the people of the old kingship. In those days, the roads were stalked by dogmen, the nights were ruled by vampire, and the woods belonged to the Fey Things on the hunt for lost children. Meanwhile, the kings of Old Haverlock waged war with their neighbors, seeking vainglory, and abandoning their people to fear and suffering. Of course, that was all before the flintlock, before blood thaumaturgy, and before the hunters. The first hunters came from an unlikely handful of fishing villages. Their tactics were crude, but with each generation their craft was perfected. Within 100 years, hunters would drive the dogmen south, tame the vampire, and convince the Fey Things to leave our world. With their success, the fishing villages flourished, and had turned into a small city. But all was not well, for while the commoners rejoiced, High King Gors grew jealous. From his seat of power in Old Haverlock, Gors declared war on the city. He boasted that he would meet the hunters in the field and destroy them. But the hunters did not meet the High King in the field. Instead, they met him in his bedchamber, where they put a bullet in him. The line of Old Haverlock was dead. The city was free. And so, to fit its newfound place of prominence, the city took on a new name. New Haverlock. Since then, New Haverlock has ascended to the forefront of trade and heavy industry, but wealthy as it has become, New Haverlock is in peril, and it is the hunters alone who can save the city. Let's hope they don't fuck it up.
Welcome to the Wizard Hole and New Haverlock Hunters, a tabletop mystery role-playing game where 4, usually 5, unqualified misfits attempt to solve mysteries in a post-fantasy 1900s-esque city. We just came back from an intermission, or if you're watching on YouTube, we are coming back from a previous episode. So let's go around and introduce ourselves once again, this time from this side.
Okay, I play Egbert.
My name is Alec, and I play Horsemaster Newborn.
Hello, my name is Bryce, and I play Professor Archibald.
Hi, I'm Lily, and I play Valencia Annalise Montparnasse.
And I'm Peter Schmidt. I'm the DM, and I play all the fun characters. And,
Implying that we're not fun.
well, you're also fun. I mean, all the fun other side characters, the ones who shoot people in the head and stuff like that.
And all the gibberlings as well.
And all the
Every
gibberlings as
single
well.
gibberling.
All the gibberlings. Just a couple gibberlings. In case you are just joining us and haven't watched previously, we are coming off of quite an exciting event. Pierre, the bodyguard of Hector and Holt Calbatross, has been murdered by Hector at the suggestion, the stochastic terrorism of Valencia, who put the idea in his head after Egbert broke his arm and rendered him unconscious. Valencia accusing Pierre of having committed the crime as a ruse to get access to the documents.
Suggesting he may have committed the crime. Please let us not embellish.
The three of them, those three being Archie, Valencia, and Egbert, have now fled off with Chadwick to Valencia's estate in the keg to read Hector's diary, which has a lock that doesn't work, a heart-shaped lock that doesn't work. And the Horsemaster, disappointed in the confusing age increase of his little sister, has moved off to Headmaster Inhospitable's home for the criminally unparented and is about to meet with two of his good friends, Dr. Baby Lovechild and Headmaster Inhospitable, to discuss the situation with sister and perhaps some other things that we do not quite yet know. Will Horsemaster discuss the paintings as he was ordered by the Lieutenant Captain? Or not. And unfortunately, Lieutenant Captain Cummins, played by Magnus, is not here tonight. He had a headache, and that's why things went so off the rails in the last session, and we'll continue to go off the rails on this one. We're sorry, Magnus. We can't wait for you to watch this episode.
Honestly, I don't know that Magnus would have made that much of a difference. Things just happen.
Things just
Spiraled out of
happen.
control.
Rolls are made.
Look.
There was nothing that we could have done to cause or stop
Yeah,
the
absolutely
senseless
nothing.
tragedy
There wasn't a single thing.
that happened in the manor today.
Certainly nothing I could have done.
No.
I have made no error.
No, you tried to talk to the person with the gun and tell them not shoot the person.
Yes, we tried de-escalation. It simply didn't work.
Yeah, and Egbert could have maybe tried to disarm Hector, but, like, why?
Yeah, he's an adult.
The more pressing matter
He can
at
make
hand
his
was
own
disarming
decisions.
the maniac with the knife.
And now the pressing matter is seeing what's in this...
We
this-
gotta check out this
we
diary.
gotta see what's in this fucking diary.
Gotta get a look at this diary.
But we're going to start with where we left off. You make your way through the dark, musty, oil-lit, greasy, maze-like halls of the home for the criminally unparented. Any normal person walking their way through would get lost, maybe even jump scared a few times, but
Maybe even jump scared.
you, Horsemaster, you do the jump scaring, don't you?
Correct. I make my way. I make my faces at the little children. Their toothless, mug faces staring back at me. Some of them afraid. Some of them so broken down they have no reaction at all.
No, they're quite broken down. Sorry, can you say again, Horsemaster?
I
got
said
my
the
chat.
fucking children were either afraid of me or they were so broken and dejected they had no reaction at all. These children in particular, I will add, perfect for the plucking and the adding to my factory.
Does your
as
mouth water as you
workers.
go by, thinking about the
My
profits?
mouth
Like we-
doesn't water thinking about the profits, my God.
What does it do?
It chatters in excitement.
You find your way to the viewing room. A room with a large fireplace, a piano that hasn't been played in ages, 2 chairs sitting across from each other, one fitted with Horsemaster, another with Dr. Baby Lovechild. I will show one and then I will show the other. This is Dr. Baby Lovechild, but more importantly, this is Master Inhospitable. They stare across at each other, a tumbler in each hand, a game of checkers between them, barely played, and a row of 24 orphans standing, wearing burlap sacks or something of the equivalent, standing on an amphitheater, solid, stern, barefoot, across the way, as Lovechild says, No, Headmaster. What I need, of course, is bladders. I need good, healthy bladders. I know they're in short supply, but I have experiments to do. I'm trying to see if I can take the bladder of one healthy child and put it into the bladder of an old person who's not healthy, who needs it much more than the child does. The child, unparented and whatnot, can piss on the floor for all I care. I just believe it. What is it? It's a sack that fills up. I tried gibberling bladders, but God damn it, no matter how much I cut the gibberlings up, you only seem to find more cock. The deeper up you go, the deeper you find them. What am I to do? Inhospitable says, Yes, I found that cock is all gibberlings are good for. Do you announce yourself?
Good evening, gentlemen, the 2 handsomest men in the city.
Horsemaster.
Yes, hello.
What brings you here to this private arrangement between me and Baby Lovechild?
Baby, pony, my apologies for barging in here like the youngster I am. But
Always the youngest child is the most impertinent, isn't it, Lovechild? Quite yes, but always very exciting. I see you brought one of your sisters not under the robes.
Oh, I believe she was under the rose. I hope you don't see her. Well, not only has she been bloodied in an accident for which I had absolutely nothing to do with, but as you can see, she's quite old.
She looks rather tender and young to me. How's her bladder, Horsemaster?
Her bladder is in wonderful condition, I think. I don't know, but feel free to take a look at it anytime you'd like. Maybe,
I will.
To you two, she's young enough still, but for me and my purposes, she is quite a senior.
Well, would you like a seat, Lovechild? Yes, a seat.
Yes.
Would you like a seat?
I'll have a seat, and I must admit tonight I do have business to discuss. But before that, let us please have a snack from your bowl, shall we?
A snack?
Yes, here's one for you and one for me, I think.
Oh.
Eat of it!
It's quite wet.
Eat of it!
It's quite wet.
How did this happen?
How did this happen? It's quite wet. Children, were you sitting on these again? Were you sitting on them?
You have the most wondrous treats. Shame the children don't get to eat any.
Were you sitting on them, children? Let us suck them up, yes.
The flavor is simply exquisite.
You can taste the sugar.
Now, as we were discussing, I have some
You can taste the sugar.
matters of business to discuss. The first at hand is that you 2 gentlemen are my good friends, really my only peers in the city, but I must admit, I am rather disappointed in you, Headmaster Inhospitable.
What, disappointed in me? Why?
Have I been duped, sire? Look at this child.
That is a child but of 10 years, perhaps?
Grown ages, stories right before my very eyes.
You must have been deceived. Some trick of the eye? What are you looking for? I
There
see not a
is no
zit on the visage.
deception here. But since we have so many years between us, I have decided on my carriage ride over here. By the way, I will need a new carriage driver. But I have decided I will let this indignity go. This trick, this chicanery, this charlatanry, I will let it flow by the wayside.
Well, why let it go? If it's got a good bladder, I could maybe use it. I've
Well,
got
maybe
bladder
a trade is
experiments
in
to do.
order, but first, I would like to stick to our contract that... Sister, don't listen to this. Every time a sister has been used up, I make it another one. For free, in exchange for my continued payment for new child factory workers. This, firstly, you must agree with.
Yes, of course.
Wonderful. And secondly, I come to you tonight with a new request. And in fact, it is one you, baby, may help me with. You see, boys.
Me? A request of me? After you're requesting to see into my room repeatedly when I said no.
You may have seen this. There's been some upgrading in my life.
Has there been?
I'm a headline man, you know. Did anyone see this morning's paper?
I've got it kicking around somewhere, says Inhospitable.
Maybe take a look and find yourself
Go
suitably
get
impressed.
it. Go get it. One of you children, the first one to go get it doesn't have to give your bladder to baby Lovechild.
And all dozen start scrambling, running, rushing through the halls, howling, scraping, scratching.
Be careful, children. He does not keep his word.
They don't hear that piece of advice, and in very little time, they are back with the newspaper. It has been gummed up and bloodied and covered in all sorts of spittle. But it does, in fact, say on the cover, Horse Baron solves crime, glue very strong, stronger than competitors.
That's really all you've got to read, boys.
Well, I
as
don't
you may
read
or may
past
not
the
know.
headlines.
Right in here.
Impressive,
I am now
Horsemaster.
One of... But this is a leaden object, okay? It's not bread. Use your imagination.
It's not a breaded object.
Fine, I'll hold nothing if you're to be so pleased about it. Boys, I've been promoted. I am one of the city's premier hunters.
And what does that mean, one of these
well,
hunters?
boys, it means I'm above the law. It means I could kill anyone I want and get away with it. And as
No,
you know,
you can't.
Why? I just did it.
You killed someone?
Yes. Well, as you know, I've done it many times before, but just now in cold blood around back
I've
of the
never
shop.
killed anyone. Could I kill someone in your presence? Does that make it legal?
You've killed many children. I know that not quite
Well,
people, but
Neglect does not quite taste the fruit of a hammer to the skull, if you know what I mean.
I do. Many animals and children, men and women alike, have fallen under my.
Well, if we count
Horsemaster hammer.
animals, then yes, of course I've killed hundreds
Okay,
today.
well, then
in
you're
fact.
quite close then. But listen,
Can I kill one of them in your presence? Is that legal?
one of which?
One of the kids.
Will I be looking?
Well, I want you to see it.
It's rather a pickle here, because really what I'm most interested in is using the full ability of my powers, this being killing someone and then jailing someone for no reason. So
Oh, what if I killed one of them and then you jailed one of the other children for the killing?
this is smart. I was initially thinking I might jail you for no reason.
What?
for
Why would
fun.
you do that?
But
I'm the one that
listen.
provides you the child. You would be without a child, and then what would you have? You would have nothing. You would have a glue
I'd have
factory, half your
full-grown
children.
adults. Nothing worse.
That's
But
what I'm
listen,
saying.
listen.
And you'd have to pay them wages,
Listen.
in fact.
Firstly, did you enjoy your snack?
Yes, I did.
Wondrous. As did I. Now, I have a question.
I'd have
for
another
you
if you
two
had one.
tonight. You see, as I've been promoted here with my leaden badge, use your imagination.
Let me see it. Can I have it up close? Neither of
Sure.
my eyes work anymore.
I wasn't quite so sure you had eyes at all.
Yes, neither was I. Ah, it says here, Bunter.
Pardon?
Boo-Babberlock Bunters. What is that?
Good lord. This is the man who oversees the children. In your eyes, this place must be a palace. I assure you it is disgusting.
Children, get me a hammer. I want to try something out. Continue talking, please.
Okay, well, you see, we've gone to a young gentleman's house recently and found his father murdered. And he had some rather interesting paintings which were stolen. And,
Child pornography?
Well,
Is that allowed?
Whose voice was this I heard? Was this Pony or Baby?
Baby. I mean, pony. It was ponies.
It was Pony. Well, I wouldn't quite say so much. I could inquire about your opinion on this subject matter, but I'm rather afraid to know the answer. I've already almost allowed you to
Well, I'm
commit
an
murder,
expert.
and so, the question really was directed more at Baby Lovechild.
Oh, so I guess I'll just
Libertine you
leave.
are.
It's my house, but I guess I'll just
Silence.
silencing me in my own house. He gets the hammer in his hands and starts whacking it in there. He goes, good weight. Well, I want your full attention for when I beat one of these kids to death.
Trust me.
Lovechild turns and goes, I love it when my attention is required. What is it, Horsemaster?
Lovechild, libertine you are. I know you have friends and that you yourself dabble in the world of the arts.
Yes, but I know nothing of the old CP, Horsemaster, I
Good
assure
Lord
you.
in heaven, no one discussed this. These are, well, to be honest, they are lowly works. One of them is called Little Boy with Penis or something, and one of them is called Big Bad Penis or something, but
You'll have to
They're
get
not-
more specific. I do love the arts. I know many paintings with boys, but none of them are directly declaring their penises.
Sister, what was the name of the first?
It's usually more subtle than that.
Sister, what was the name of the older painting?
Roll 2 dice, but -2 because of damage. So roll 1 dice and let me know if you critically glitch.
One hit.
Sister goes,
I'm in so much pain, Headmaster. I don't
Sister, it
know.
won't be long.
I don't know. I can't remember.
Don't know there was a fruit involved. Was
What was it? A pear?
Not the painter, you know what
A
I'm saying.
pear? What was it? An apple?
An apple, wait.
Was it an apple?
Yes,
Master?
yes.
And an animal?
Boys, the first painting was called Cat Boy with Apple.
Baby Lovechild leans back in his chair. His bow tie goes zoom in a circle briefly. He goes, why, Catboy with Apple? That's one of the most high-class libidinous paintings of the new genre period. Are you saying it's been stolen?
It has
What
been
was it,
stolen,
from
cut
Master...
directly from its frame.
It's Holt's son. Hector Calbatross?
Something like that, yes.
It was stolen?
It was stolen, rolled up out of the frame.
My God, that's one of the most famous paintings in the
Really?
past
And you've seen this?
20 years. Of course I've seen it. I've seen it at the
Okay, I
manor,
have- I
and
have
I've
a
seen it
question
at the
then.
new Haverlock exhibit of young children with apples in front of the genitalia.
See, this is exactly what I have an inquiry about. My friends at the Hunters would be very curious to know. We have heard it was the smallest possible apple.
Yes, as small as possible to conceal
And-
the potentialities, yes.
Oh, okay, that answers the question. Was it the smallest possible apple with a large organ visible behind it? or-
No. The joy of the new genre period is that the Catboy conceals the apple in the
wasn't this the
smallest
old-
possible thing,
the old
giving a
genre
sense of a timidity and temerity. The Catboy would do what you tell it to do, but it will do so with a kind of like willing unwillingness, which is where a lot of the kind of sparks come in.
Reminds
Subtle.
words
It's
you
nothing like
spoke.
the new genre period, disgusting bawdy affairs where people are just drawing pee-pees and poo-poos on the fucking, almost said screen, but that doesn't exist yet.
No. But listen, the words you spoke jogged my memory. Willing, you said, reminded me that the other painting was called Willing, Rising with the Dawn.
Willy Rising with the Dawn.
Yes. You're familiar with this as well.
I heard about it in one of the cafes where they
These are
meet together.
valuable works or no?
Are they valuable?
Yes.
The new ones?
Or the old one?
Oh, the old one. Why? Quite yes. Worth tens of thousands of rods, at least.
If I were to find it,
You could buy Mother's
not be
Glue
required
Factory
to
with
give
it
it back.
if you were to sell it. Willie, though, they're trying to puff it up, these people in their cafes, this organization of deviant artists. But
Wow. Wow.
Were you waiting to deliver that one?
I know not what you're talking about.
well, say no more, good sir. I must ask, even you, Pony, have you heard of these coming onto the market this past evening?
Coming onto the market.
Well, I mean, they've been
I just
stolen.
now heard they were stolen. Such a hot item. And it is a hot item when you look closely. I would say there's no place to sell such an item. Excuse me, was it one of my candies? Here, have another. Have another
There was
quickly.
An element in the candy which I swallowed.
Have
with
another
surprise.
quickly. Here you go. Let me open it for you.
Why, these won't be quite as soft. You know, I'd been storing the others in my sock for the first hour
Yeah.
of the game.
There you go.
Why, thank you.
Have it. It'll make you feel better. I'll eat one myself.
There's paper in this one.
Mine was
Well,
quite as loud as mine for me.
it seems to me that
Yes?
where did my bread go?
Oh, here's another slice. There you are.
I've been using it as a napkin. It seems to me that you gentlemen don't know so much about these paintings.
No, I would say. Okay, can you roll Baby Lovechild's loyalty plus connection, please?
Why, that's not filled out, of course.
It's not filled out?
No one is.
All right. Excellent. We definitely wrote it down somewhere. We're not looking it up. Roll 6 dice.
6 dice. I'm gonna roll 5 because he was so rude to me before. 2 hits.
Do it. He goes, well, a painting like that's a hot commodity, as I said before. I'm thinking about how hot it is. I think you'd never be able to sell it to one of the traditional markets. You'd never be able to do anything like that. That means only a few places. You'd have to go to some underground hovel where they trade in stolen original characters.
Just to write this down. Underground.
If you were to go into the sewer auctions, you might find original characters by some people being sold by other people, but
Write down sewer auctions.
for something like this,
Yes, baby.
my good man, I think a quiet auction at the night market might be what you're looking for. You must inquire with Alabaster, I believe.
Thank you for this information. I will bring it back to my crew and we will.
Now don't go anywhere quite so fast, said Headmaster Inhospitable. When in the purview of you, standing within an aura, perhaps 20 feet, I'm allowed to do whatever I want as well, is that correct?
I'm not quite sure that's legally.
Well, we
in
should
the
try it
cards,
out,
but
right? You, Simon, you've always been annoying. Come here. And stand closer to me, Horsemaster. Closer, please. So to make sure, to maximize
I
it.
like my distance.
No, stand closer to maximize it. If you won't stand close to me, I'll stand closer to you.
Sister, don't look at this. I will allow this under one circumstance.
What's that?
I know this is a building of paltry means, but have you any wrappings or clean bandages for my little sister this night?
Clean bandages?
I didn't think so, damn it.
No, I've got none of the sort. Well, all I've got is, dirty bandages, soiled already. Anyway, here, check this shit out.
Hold on.
He holds his thing.
Hold
over-
on.
What is it?
We must make a trade. You know, this is highly unorthodox. Get me some dirty bandages, soak them in water, and then hand them to me, and I will allow you one of your hardest swings. One alone.
You are a master bargainer, but let me bargain back at you. I will not give you dirty bandages soaked in water, but I will soak them instead in alcohol that I have sitting around, swill from the farms that need a bit of flavoring. We will both make a profit. I will get to beat someone to death, and my bandages
I said one hit.
will flavor.
It must be a strong hit in order for it to be a death blow, sir. Your first time, you may miss.
Gretchen,
Gretchina?
and Gretchina, the body nurse, comes in, wanders in. Some of your dirtiest bandages, dip them, please, in Horsemaster's tumbler. She comes, she dips the bandages in the tumbler, and then hands them to you. Says, and now I go to work. And let's see. Unfortunately, we didn't roll the dice, so we'll just roll 5 dice, and we'll see how much damage we can do with this hammer. 1 hit. They barely knock their nose off. The person
Barely
screams, reeling back, whimpering, crying, folding back on the ground, goes, Horsemaster, you must give me another hit. He's useless to me now. I thought I'd kill him and give the bladder to baby Lovechild.
This is the risk you run, Pony.
Well, Simon, it's on you now to just live with the pain because I'm not allowed to kill you.
He'll adapt. He'll adapt.
He'll
I'm
adapt,
certain of
I
it.
agree,
As
I agree.
will sister. Let's wrap you
So
up
should I
now,
hit sister or?
No. Keep it in your belt. Keep it.
All right.
The hammer. Good lord.
I always keep it in my belt. Okay.
Okay.
Well, I do, so what do you want to say about that?
Well, great.
Well, awesome. I guess it's time for you to leave.
I'm so impressed.
Because I'm supposed to buy a bunch of
me wrap
bladders.
my little
Are you going to
sister
sell
into-
the bladders or are you going to not?
Lord in heaven.
You want to wrap it? Do you want Gachina's help or not?
Yes, Regina, please.
Okay. Give me
Darling thing.
genius times 2.
Well, as you know, my genius is quite raised
Yes.
because of a
You
character
hear
we haven't
whispering
heard
in
from
your whispering in
quite a
your
while.
Yes, here's what you need to do. You need to wrap the bandages around them so they're tight and it doesn't let any infection in. It would be best if the bandages were clean, however, and not soaked in that alcohol you were drinking, which is flavored with cherry tarts.
I agree, but I am rather shocked that you're giving good advice here.
I
Say me more.
know many things. I've been around for a long time. I won't reveal my backstory until we've merged, though, so that's incentive for you, I think.
Your voice is a bit like an old-ass man I work with.
Is it? Well, I should like to meet
Yes,
him.
I think so.
Perhaps you should put the pants on him and then we can have a talk.
No.
No. You and I shall merge. Yes. You should sleep with me on.
Anyway, what'd you get in your dice roll?
I was rolling dice. I don't think I was.
Genius times 2.
Oh, I said 3 hits, yes.
Okay. Gretchina is able to heal all of the injuries with this alcoholic-soaked concoction. Somehow, who knew it? Alcohol helps wounds. And you are able to heal all of Sister's injuries. You, however, are still injured beyond belief.
Well, this is the way it should be.
All right, and with that, where are you heading off to now that you've discussed this?
Well, gentlemen, I'm off to my carriage. Frankly, I will find a way. It may be time for my big
So you're
little
not going to
sister here.
sell me the bladder of your 10-year-old?
She's clearly just been healed, you fucking... pardon.
That all the more why I would like the bladder, a healthy bladder, as I said.
Listen, look around you. All these children probably have 1/8 or 1/12 healthy bladder. Cut them all out, snip them up, and sew them and glue them together. You'll have a good one in the end.
You know, that's not quite such a bad
I
idea.
had a feeling. 12 bladders riddled with cancer, cut around
Hold-
it, and you might have a full one.
Pony, I'll take the lot of them. And I'll cut their bladders out, I'll sew them back together, and don't worry yourself a little bit. I'll stick an aluminum tube in the hole so that they can dump their refuse on the floor.
You lucky children are at the forefront of the scientific revolution.
Yes. And I'll sign the pipe too, with my name, so everyone knows that it was me who did it.
Love pipe.
Get an experience point, 2 experience points for healing up Sister, as well as learning the possible place where they might sell Catboy with Apple a rich piece of art history.
Why, yes, I'm afraid I've forgotten where I put these blasted experiences.
And I believe at this point, you've all rested. What have you talked about on your trip?
Are we rested?
Well, it depends. Were you having a nice, restful time, or was it a stressful conversation about politics?
Well, I think it would be a stressful conversation about the murder we just witnessed, but we could talk about something else.
Yes, I believe that Chadwick was very excited to talk about all the discoveries we made with the bolt.
Yes, that or all the new toys.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
I'm sorry.
I think you're extremely distressed and get no rest, unfortunately.
I am upset that he didn't trust me about the bug, and now he's dead. And that's just the way that life goes.
Are we talking about how this guy's depressed, or are we talking about our sexploits
No, Chadwick.
Which one are we talking about?
You were talking about the sensations of the frog toxin and how they differ between different orifices.
You wouldn't believe how many
is
things it
truly
closes up.
fascinating.
And when you close something up, that means it's a lot tighter. And that gives you possibilities.
I
And what
try
you
very
found-
hard to take a nap.
And what you failed to mention is that when one orifice puckers, another opens even
These
wider.
are the
I
basic
agree completely.
concepts of chaos magic. I already know all about this.
This is not magic. This is simply nature.
Well,
this is an
man,
experience
nature
of
is
the body.
nothing more than magic. That's just the way it goes.
Wait,
Matter goes
this is-
one way, it goes another. Things open, things close, things get tighter, things get mighty loose.
So are you saying that you could theoretically use chaos artistry to perhaps enlarge one of Chadwick's orifices to allow,
It will
say,
take nothing.
a ritual dagger to pass through?
Well, where
Without
it
damaging
depends
it.
on where we're talking about.
Where do you think we're talking about it? Where do you
What
think?
we're talking about?
You enlighten me. I'm a learned man, but I love having my mind expanded whenever possible.
Think about back to the bathroom that you spend a lot of time in, bro.
Yes, I see where this conversation's
You
going.
know,
it could
a
happen.
place of
However, I will
pain and
say that,
pleasure
you know,
simultaneously.
the arts of chaos magic are finicky at best. Sometimes a brushstroke might turn into a splattering, if you understand
Well,
what I
I'm
mean.
looking for a splattering, bro. If I'm being honest. So
Well, come to my office at the academy later. We'll see what we can work out for
will you get me a student pass? I'd love to be a TA.
That I think could be arranged. Don't tell your mistress, though.
Now, Chadwick does not leave
'Cause
my
I love
side.
TNA.
However, if you could work some of your...
There's plenty of that at the academy. Don't worry your little head. It's good to be expanding in many ways.
Sounds pretty
good.
pretty good.
So what you are saying, to confirm, is that if I wish to penetrate part of Chadwick with a dagger, you can enlarge it so that it will do no damage.
Yes, matter can expand and contract in many special ways.
You
There's
know,
only
old
one way to
man, I
find out.
believe-
We simply must give it a try.
Yes, let us certainly give it a try. Old
Yeah,
man,
I'll
I
give it a
believe I am
try.
coming around to you. You seem to be a bit of a freak.
I'm getting
Just-
bored of the old shit, you know? So yeah,
I mean,
let's
look,
do it.
we've exhausted the
I
rod.
play along
Look, I've
hard,
hooked up
I
with a lot of
wait.
young people. If we're gonna hook up with this old man, I'll do it.
Oh, it's been many years since I've enjoyed such a thing. Now, maybe we should hurry our way over to Lady Valencia's
What about you,
home.
Frogman?
What?
You were talking about eggs before and like
Yes. Have you ever...
J-O-N on them.
This is not an appropriate conversation for a minor.
I'm not of age yet.
What? They
So
don't
you're
work in a
saying you
mine?
have never deposited your eggs into another, nor had eggs deposited
It's
into
not
you?
appropriate for
Well, it doesn't
detective
go
or
in
delivery boys
anybody. They are all out in the open.
That's what I want to be. I want to be all out in the open. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Chadwick, yes, we can
find
certainly
out
arrange
once
that.
we get to the academy.
And that's when
We're
you
not
hear.
going to the academy.
Well, not now, but eventually I'm good. You know, I'm an old man. I must go to bed
That's when
in
the
a
car
couple
person
hours.
says, "We've arrived. Please get out. Please, please get out of
Well,
my
hold
cart.
on, it's going
Please
to take
get
me
out
a while.
of my cart.
Can you
I
help
need
me?
this.
I'm an old, feeble guy.
No, they'll help you out. I don't want to touch any
Chadwick!
of you.
I ask them to help me every time. They always say no.
Yeah, I don't want to touch you. You
I'm
keep
look-
talking about pee-pees and poo-poos.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about matter and expansion.
Yeah. The matter of expectorants.
matter.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, Chadwick, why don't you carry Archie, not over your shoulder the normal way. Perhaps hold him by his
Gentle
ankle. I
like
do
a
not want him
lamb.
to leak upon you.
My bones are very brittle.
Yes, just
He-
one of your strong arms, hold him up by the ankle and carrying him
He
inside.
picks
That
you up
will
by
do.
both ankles, and then as carrying you out, he looks down at you. Go. He leans forward. He goes, "You know, old man, like from this angle, like we could both like hummer each other. I'm just saying, like
What?
we could just
I
like
don't understand.
give it the
your
old
slang,
hummingbird
young
hum, you
man.
know, like I'm holding you up. Like let me just get the height right, like right there, right?
If
Like
you do that more, my bones will simply turn to dust.
the more you complain, the more I hear your hot breath
I'm
on
not
my
complaining.
crotch.
I am stating fact. This is. Oh.
Anyway, I'm just saying I'm into it. Like, I'm trying all sorts of new things. I'm trying to become a dad, too. But, like, you know, it's hard to, like, measure one with the other. Like, you want to be a freak, but you want to become a dad. Like, how do you do both those things, you know?
So can people.
I love that idea, man. You know, we should talk later. You
Yes,
seem really smart about pregnancy. Because,
we can
like,
talk about such things. There's lots of things you can learn in the academy.
the effort I've done to do this one he looks back at Valencia, and nothing's clicking, man. We got to talk.
Yes, maybe we should speak alone without the presence of the lady.
Okay, I'll come over to
There's
the
a
academy
lot that I'm
sometime.
picking apart from your relationship that is worth discussing.
I would love to discuss it with you. You seem very worldly. You seem like somebody who's had sex 2 or 3 times in your life.
It has happened maybe exactly that many times. It's been so many years I can't remember. But, you know, when you're knee-deep in books, that's better than knuckle-deep in anything.
Well, I'm knuckle deep in a lot of things these days, and it's, you know, I thrive for the books. I should have stayed in school, you know?
It's never too late to return to academia.
I assume I can't hear this?
I think they're walking off ahead. You paid the carriage driver.
Yeah.
You can catch up now. Egbert, where are you?
I don't know.
Okay, you're
I
just.
don't know where I am.
Could you describe your manner, Valencia?
Absolutely. So, we are walking up upon a house made of brown stones. It is. I have the first and second floor. There is some sort of creature that lives on the bottom floor that does some nighttime stirrings that I do not pay attention to. But I have
A security creature.
something. Yes.
Okay.
We don't pay attention. We live our separate lives. They are there. I am here. It is fine.
So it would be a roommate. Who knows?
No. Separate
A
apartments.
security roommate. I got it. Yes.
Look, it is a
you
basement
share
of
a
the house
kitchen?
that I do not access, and somebody lives there, and if perhaps an alarm is tripped, this somebody may attack. I do not know.
Who can say?
Who can say? However,
If
you
you
walk up a
share a
flight of stairs into a foyer with a sort of quite erotic glass lamp sculpture hanging down. Just a writhing mass of bodies. It is a piece I am quite proud of.
Ooh.
Yes, so writhing glass bodies greet you when you walk in.
Beautiful.
This is the little foyer. You walk in. Very open concept. We do not believe in rooms. We do not believe in boundaries here. You walk in.
Wow.
The spaces undefined.
So where do you take everybody?
Well, there are various, the whole place is set up for peace of mind, for calmness, for,
I touch
whatever-
a lot of things.
Yes, please. Everything here is
They
for
get
the
very
sensual
slimy.
pleasures. Look,
This is
normally this would
overwhelming.
bother me. However, I am already fist deep into the cockaineum and I have not a care in the world.
That's great.
So I think I take everyone in. There are just like various, poofs and chairs and,
In a big open plain
areas
room.
to sit about. Yes,
Pleasures
it's
of the
it's what they
flesh.
call a loft. It's a very new concept.
Very
You're
new.
right
It
about
used to be a
this.
building.
Yes.
What did they make there before?
I believe it was perhaps glue or some other sticky substance.
Yeah, it used to be glue that they used to make here, but then they stopped making glue. Then they made hat pins for a while, and now what do they make? They make love, is what they make here.
So when are we opening this diary?
Well, if we're in the mood, we can open it
I
right
guess we
now.
can do it any time. It's never too late to read a book.
I
Yeah,
would love to
exactly.
read a
No.
book.
I'll do it
please.
anytime.
What kind of hostess would I be if I did not? Please, may I get anyone a drink? A health tonic of sorts?
Flask, babe. I'll take the flask.
You have to earn the flask, my love.
I always have to earn the flask. You know what it's like, Egbert.
I have no idea what that means.
What exactly is in this flask you're always asking?
Don't
for?
ask. I feel like
there
we're
are so
better
many
off
things
not
that
knowing.
We've established a decorum. There's so many things I simply
Look,
must know.
if I could be honest with you, it's my piss.
This
Chadwick
is
really
very
loves
honest
piss.
with me. I hope we're having an aside.
No.
No,
As I said, we
we're
have no
open.
boundaries here. You
No,
have
we're
entered a
open,
zone
bro.
with no
Insert
boundaries.
fluids, and I'm into it, and it fills me full of just fucking energy, you know.
I love the energy of the youth. It excites me.
Yeah, so you should drink some of it.
Now, when you talk about energy of the youth, I have exactly the drink for you.
Oh, what are you going to give him, babe?
Well, of
I was
course, I am
nearly
going
gonna
to
do
give him
it.
some of my essence of cat.
Oh, some cat essence.
Yes,
All right.
I think it will
Is
help.
that cat
This
piss?
sounds like cat piss.
Is that what that means?
No, it is not cat piss.
Look, it
It
does not
is
sound
a
like
it
piss.
is a brewed tincture made with cat blood, if you must know.
Yeah, it's made with blood, and if
Oh.
there's piss in there, it's just to cut the basic alkali flavor.
So
And
it's
what
cat
it
Yes,
piss.
of course.
Look, old man, do your bones hurt? Yes, they
All
do.
the time.
Yes, this will help with that. Do a cat's
Okay.
bones ever
Yeah.
hurt? No, look at
they
them. They're
don't.
jumping
They have
all about.
9
Yes.
lives. How
So
could they
here.
have time to have hurt
Yeah,
bones?
you know, like
Drink
people.
you drink some of this.
People say they love a PB&J.
Okay.
Well,
I'll
this
take
one
the
has
cup.
like, you know,
And
like
you know, perhaps it will help you get into the mindset of the cat boy. And
yeah.
Let me give
And this
it a
one, you know,
try.
PB&J, it's piss, blood, and jizz, you know? So
Oh man.
Oh, it
that
goes
is
down
our
easy.
specialty. You have
It
to earn
goes
that
down
one.
like ichor.
can I get a vigor ×2 to hold down the ichor of the PB&J?
Well, I only have 1 dice simply because
And Egbert,
my
I do not-
morale hurts so much. I got a critical glitch.
Okay. You drink it. You fucking love it. You fucking love it.
This is the most delicious drink I've ever had.
Yeah, heal your morale damage.
Oh, good.
And you really
Look, you
need
may
more.
poo-poo my ingredients, but you cannot deny the effectiveness of my
You're telling
tonics.
me it's made of poo-poo?
No, I told you it was made of piss, blood, and jizz.
Yeah, the P is
Okay.
piss,
Is
not
the
poo
acronym
poo.
not
That's a relief.
clear enough?
You must excuse me. My hearing is maybe 50% there.
You're but you need more.
I
If
need
you don't get more in the next 24 hours, I'm gonna give you a negative $2 dice rolls. You're an addict. You're an addict right now.
It seems that
You've
going
become
and
you've become
experiencing new
addicted.
things with people has made me an addict.
Ain't that the way?
Look at him tweaking right after he
PB&J,
drank
the
it so
gateway.
fast. It's usually acquired taste, but look at him shaking. You want some more, bud?
Yes, my head feels like a hole.
Yeah, that'll be your weekly currency, bud. Black as your soul.
This is sad.
If you'll pass over to Valencia, if you'll pass over to Valencia Circle, we can get you another one. We can get you a couple even.
How much? Well, do I need to roll again to resist the siren song?
No, yeah, you can. You can roll pride ×2.
I mean, you certainly
Oh,
have
well, that
an
makes it a
entire
little bit
circle
easier.
burning a hole in your pocket from.
I got 4 hits on that one. I have a little bit more pride than you might think.
You can hold on if you want to, but you're still an addict.
I'm going to practice my stiff upper lip.
Look how much he's sweating, babe. He wants it so bad. We should just give him another
No.
sample.
Look,
We got a
the
customer.
old man. Half the fun of making a new PB&J addict is the quivering desperation when they finally break. Chadwick, you have never experienced the true manifestation.
I can't wait to watch it in this old man. It looks like he's
Yes.
ready to break already. And what about you, Egbert? What do you
Rather
want,
die than
buddy?
Give you control.
I
We've been
would.
neglecting Egbert over here.
I would just like water, please.
Oh yeah, you want water?
Just water.
No,
Just
no.
one. No, I just want water.
What kind of
should
host
try
would we
it.
be?
I
Let's
just want
It's
water.
pretty good.
Just
Chadwick,
want
Chadwick.
water.
Yeah.
Put at least a bit of salt.
No!
Salt. Make brine for the lad, my goodness.
We'll get
fine.
you some salt
Normal salt, not piss
We'll get you
salt.
some salt McBrine.
It is like the Gator's Aid. It's a tonic they would sell to me back in the day.
Do you want him to put something else in it? Are you trying to like wink?
Near the barracks, near the
All right.
sports area.
Again, I'm deep into the cocaine. I have people in my home.
Comes back and gives you a big tall glass full of what looks like water with salt in it.
I sniff it suspiciously.
Talent plus genius. +2 because you know what salt water smells like.
Shit, wait, where's my sheet? Wait, talent plus genius.
+2.
2 hits.
It smells like salt water.
Hesitantly take a sip.
Tastes like salt water.
Okay.
Now, is the salinity of the brine to your liking, young frog?
I hope so.
Yeah, we could put some PB or J
No,
in
I
it.
don't want to know.
We've got.
You really
No.
should try the J.
I really
the
don't.
viscousness- Have you
it's
ever had
very-
a bubble tea? It's quite similar.
Very kind of you.
The amount of J that
I-
we got just lying around out here. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's
I
pretty
live with a
wild
J
out
factory.
here.
What can I say?
God, Valencia, you're so fucking hot. And he moves in to make out with you.
Can we please read the diary?
Yes, I think it would be best in front of
I
the
think it'd
child
be
to
best
read
if we
an
read
old
the
man's
diary now.
rather than watch
Okay, I guess
sexual
we'll read.
encounters.
I guess we'll read the diary. I thought we were all hanging out. We all work
No,
together.
we're here to read the diary.
I bet Horsemaster would be down, to be honest.
I don't know
I
about
don't
that.
think I would be.
However, Chadwick,
has
this
too many
diary
legs
is
to participate
certainly
in
full of
such
erotic
activities.
tales that will serve only to prolong.
I don't
can't
know
wait.
if it would be full of erotic anything. He seems very.
Have you not seen the painting? Willie Rising with the Dawn. Now, I am not a woman of the
haven't
arts.
seen it.
However, I know raw chaotic sexual energy when I see it.
That's fair.
Do you crack open the diary?
Chaotic
Yeah.
energy, you
But
say.
Do you start to read? Where do you start reading it?
The pages are dated, I assume, yeah?
Yeah, they're dated. It looks like it was written in crayon, and it's the letters are really big. The book is not very big, so it looks like it's taken up a lot of room writing each thing. And there's lots and lots and lots of drawings. But they are
well,
dated.
I think we would probably go and start. You
Start
know,
at the
perhaps at the end. Do you think? I was gonna say in the week or two before the murder, but I don't know how many weeks are actually in this diary. If it
You've
is-
got about 1 week, and then you're running out of space. He
All right,
goes
so
through
we're just gonna
diaries
start at the
quickly.
beginning, then.
We're gonna start at the
Are there
beginning.
pictures of the original character?
Week 1.
Sexy music.
Let me switch to the character. Dear Diary. At the latest meeting of the Deviant Artists Club, Eleanor, who apparently's family has more money than me, but who can count at this point, was declaring that my blue horse was a clear ripoff of their pink horse with wings. I insisted that the red eyes and the blue body of Willie was not a theft of original character content, and that Willie is indeed my own character, and I won't let any of my friends get in the way, no matter how many horses they pretend that they've made instead of me. I can taste the success. My father will be proud of me once again, once I prove that the new genre period means something. I know that Seagull, who has a vagina, and as well as, like, lady with fish parts, did not quite do what I wanted them to do, but I'm learning subtlety as I go along. This time, the turd is in the bushes, off to the side just to get the scatophiles in, but not to weed out those who do not partake of the second flesh. I think I'm on the right course. This will be Callier's 7th try. And while I hope there isn't an 8th, I kind of hope there is. The day after that. Pierre is such a little cocksucker. Pierre keeps coming into my room, barging in, because he says that I'm wasting his father's money. I think it's because he wants to catch me masturbating. I think Pierre is quite handsome.
His father's money? Pierre's father?
Holt's father's money.
Okay. So it made it seem like Pierre's.
He's talking about Holt's money. Pierre is very concerned about the estate. I think he's maybe trying to get money out of it. I'm not sure. Or maybe he has the hots for me. Hard to tell, as I'm going to be the heir. My father's quite old, and my mother is quite stupid, what with the dementia. Willie Rising with the Dawn has finished amicably. I already had the preview one reviewed by all of the art critics, and they hated it, but somehow their hatred kind of gets me off. So much as I can sell it, I'll be happy. End diary. I love you. More recently, my father got some Wheaties from Vishta. I can't wait to eat them tonight. I'm going to eat them all night. I'm going to eat the entire box because my father said I should wait and save them over the course of weeks. I told him he should buy another box right away. He said no. I'll show him. Willie Rising with the Dawn is now hanging in the office. It caused quite a kerfuffle. The Gibberlings, the moment it came out, were immediately on it. I told him that my painting would have fans, and it did. 5 fans, 5 Gibberlings who come in. They're very interested in the lower left-hand quadrant, which is right where the member begins. My father was trying to take a phone call and they kept coming in and trying to take the painting off. It caused the alarm to go off repeatedly. I thought it was quite funny. Made me feel like my art was a success. I often think that you must appeal to the lowest common denominator. And what lower denominator is there than the gibberling? I think I'm quite the genius. I told my father once again about the nudity gun idea and he called me stupid. He said people don't want to look at fannies while they're shooting guns. I told him, when do people not want to look at fannies, father? He had no answer to that. I think I won that bout in the battlefield of ideas. And my father was shot last night. It's crazy. I was eating my Wheaties, as I said I would, and I had to finish the box, and it was more than I accounted for, actually. Pierre says that he saw 4 people leaving the thunderstorm, and he chased after them, and he gave pursuit, and the hillside eyes are on it. He says he's after the whole thing. I think this sucks, because ultimately my father knew how to do the gun business, and now I'm going to have to do the gun business and the art business, though I suppose it means nude guns are going to be back in style. Look out, new Haverlock. The critics are still saying Willy Rises with the Dawn fucking sucks, which I guess is fine because it was fucking stolen. I've got to get that fucker back because I've got to prove to everybody that I'm a genius and that this is a good painting, as well as Mushroom Girl and all the other ones that I made. Unfortunately, Catboy with Apple was stolen as well. This has put me in quite a depressed state. That was my meal ticket. That was the one that legitimized me above all others. If I put Catboy with Apple next to Willy Rising with the Dawn, people will understand the complexities of the art world. They'll understand that the old genre period was just as horny and stupid and pathetic as the new version. And I'm stupid and pathetic. I recognize who I am. I am revealing myself on the page through Kalia von her, of course. Why do we have to wait 100 years to say that something horny is ironic? Why can't it just be horny because it's horny? I want to see the Catboy's cock as much as anyone. The one after that. I've requested the new Haverlock Hunters come and look into this because I need my paintings back. I'm afraid that they're going to get distracted by my father's death, which I guess it would be nice if they could avenge my father. I had him cremated immediately. His corpse was stinking up the joint. I don't think there's anything to get from the corpse. Pierre saw him get shot. And ultimately, I just want to move on. I've got new paintings in the works. Timothy, Rising with the Dawn. I think if they won't take Willy's large Pinot, maybe if I make the Pinot even larger. And then the final. The cremation was today and the burial. I hope the Haverlock Hunters come today. I'm just so bored. I have nothing to do. The painting Timothy is coming along smoothly. My father's dead. My mother's boring. Pierre is hounding me now that he has no one else to hound. Ermina. Well, I'll have to find something for Ermina to do or she'll quit. Can't have her go. She knows the business. God, I'm so bored and lonely. I wish I could have sex for a third time. This time with somebody who was, more above bored. And then that's the end.
Wow, I could have sworn he killed his dad.
It sounds like he didn't kill his dad, but he certainly killed
Now,
Pierre.
wouldst a murderer who was trying to cover up their crime not write a fake diary entry saying that they were...
I don't think he's smart enough for
seems
that, to be
rather
No,
honest.
he is
sincere.
not smart. I am just saying that we cannot discount him entirely. For between...
Well, no, but I feel
did
like
fly off the
Armina
handle
knows
and
something, and then
killed-
Pierre
Yeah.
told us 5 people,
Pierre
but the
told
diary said
him
4. And I was told that there were 4. So
Well,
Pierre...
Pierre is a little bit obfuscating the truth because he did shoot one of them dead. As long as there is that man in his room, we still have not confirmed that is the case.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think any conclusion is foregone until we can search that cubby. However, one other detail, perhaps unimportant, Hector did mention 5 gibberlings stealing or showing up after the horny horse painting was hung.
Well, yeah, wasn't he
s-
talking about all the gibberlings?
Well, and then
All
there
the
were
gibberlings
all
love
I'm
it.
saying is there were 5 gibberlings that showed up, and then there were 5 people that came to steal the very same painting.
I don't think
know-
gibberlings are that smart either.
I don't think they're smart.
But
I'm
they're
just
tricksy,
saying.
though.
I think
They're
They are
pretty
tricksy.
tricksy.
If there
mere
is not some
coincidence.
sort of imp magic that they have, we have very little to go on. All I am pointing out is a coincidence.
Sometimes the universe provides strange patterns. Patterns you can certainly follow, but I think in this instance, the way things came together just magically ended up in death, murder, and tragedy. And I think that
What a lovely world we live in, isn't it?
it certainly is something now, and it is something to behold. I think that the humanoids that were described were all a little taller than gibberlings, and there were 5 gibberlings that gave me these pieces of crap instead while I told them to go look and search out the painting.
Are you still holding the pieces of crap?
Well, yes, I show them off to everybody. They were in my back pocket.
you
Sometimes
even
your hand,
gibberlings
does
can
the
be
fart smell really
good? I was like, wow, you even
surprisingly-
got a
Yes,
fart.
it smells
That's really
terrible.
horrible.
I'm sorry for showing that
You
to
should
you.
wash your
However,
hand.
with what? Indoor plumbing?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, we've got that here.
That's amazing. I might just go use that. However, I want to reiterate the
Now,
point
now,
that
Chadwick, you will
sometimes-
escort the old man. I do not want him taking a bath in the sink.
Here I thought
Oh.
that there were no rules or boundaries in this house,
I
and yet
said
now
no
I must
boundaries.
have a
I did not
ward.
say no rules.
Well, that is fine
And
clarification.
Chadwick following you in the bathroom certainly falls into the realm of no boundaries.
Don't worry, bro. I'll look you up and down.
I hope you like what
He
you
gives-
see.
I
Gives
will.
quite the handy, I must say.
I am very handsy. I agree.
You can change a light bulb.
Well, I can change a couple bulbs, if you know what I mean. Give them a little twist, left or right,
Oh,
whichever you want.
No.
Yes.
What are you trying to say, man? I'm trying to roll me some deep weed over here.
The gibberlings might prove resourceful
Yes,
every
Chadwick,
once in a
please,
while. You
roll
know,
the
a
deep
wrong
weed.
clock is
I'm
right
rolling
at
it.
least twice a day, sometimes 3 times. And I think that they might come back with something of use. We'll see. They certainly love the painting. It would be a horrible tragedy for them to not be
Yes,
able to see it
this
once
is
again.
what I am saying. So these thieves come and they steal. Of course, Catboy with Apple makes sense. It has high resale value.
Yes, something
Why
good.
They
do
weren't interested in that
then-
one.
Well, why do they then steal the worthless, horny painting?
Because
Who
they wanted
loves-
it.
To prove
Yes,
a point,
and who
perhaps.
wants it more than these
wants
gibberlings? You
it?
saw the way that they
They
reacted.
do love
It was the
The
person
virility.
who had the pink horse.
But I was
Exactly.
gonna say that there might be fandom drama.
I think there
What
is.
is this
I do
phantom
think there
that
is some probably fandom
Fandom.
drama, which
The
has led
Fandom.
to potential. I mean, who could we go speak to? We speak to the deviant artists at the cafe.
I really don't want to talk to any of them.
The Phantom Deviant Artist.
Fandom.
We could find that cafe and talk to them.
Maybe they have some kind of printing collective, a press of sorts, at the cafe.
Yeah, perhaps. Perhaps they do.
A
Some
small
kind of
press
foundry.
sorts.
You know?
Oh boy.
I mean, it's a possibility. I think the other options that we have outside of
Well, there's Armina. She said
engaging with
she
fandom.
said, what were the words she used? There was an accidentally a
Yes,
murder.
yes, there is.
That's
Seems
crazy.
like there was an admission
That's
there,
suspicious.
but
It was a murder,
She was
but it was
overwrought
an
with-
accident. Perhaps.
What? There was an accident?
there were a few accidents.
Oh, right,
in fact.
Chadwick.
There
Your
were a lot of
coward-
accidents tonight.
You truly missed a lot of expose due to
Senseless
your cowardice
tragedy,
and
that
fear,
is.
Chadwick.
Oh, I apologize. I wish I'd been there for it. Jeez.
Oh, it
I
was
wish
a
you
sight
had
to
too.
behold.
If only you would get over your childish fear of the dark.
Well,
we would
so
not
little
have this
happens
problem.
day to
You
day
could
between these
take on the
sessions. I didn't
childish
think I'd
feel of
miss
murder.
anything.
Well, you missed a murder and
What? I missed a murder?
yes.
Oh my god, who was it? I hope it was little Hector.
Oh,
Not
he was the
quite.
murderer.
Oh my god, who died?
Pierre. The
Who killed
Nightman.
him?
Hector, like I just said.
What? But Pierre had like a body sculpted by an angel, and Hector was just a little imp.
Look, this angel sculpted body was no match for the unrefined brawn of our frog here.
This is going to fill me
And
with
a
undue
gun.
anxiety. I've been working hard, and I couldn't even climb that wall.
I could
Dear
climb the
God.
wall. It was easy.
Oh dear God, the anxiety so much. Oh man,
Would
good thing
you-
I rolled this deep weed.
Yes, would you like to perhaps arm wrestle with young Egbert here to try to redeem yourself?
No,
I
but
certainly.
No,
No?
I wouldn't. I just want to like fall into a coma and smoke this deep weed, babe, if that's okay.
All
Anyone
right,
want to?
that's
Anyone
fine.
want to
I
puff
wanna-
puff?
You have to
What a-
pass
Professor?
it over here.
I think
just
if I
wanna
hit that,
solve
I
this
would simply
mystery.
perish on the spot.
So yeah, I perish every time I do it, Professor. You want to try it?
Well, I want to be cool.
All right.
Look, we're not doing anything more tonight. It's what?
We'll just hit the
9
wisps and then go back and talk. What'd you say? You had to go back and talk to her?
It will perhaps spark some new ideas in the solving of our
Hell
case.
yeah, let's spark some new
What
ideas.
do I do with all of this?
You inhale it. It's half leprechaun, leprechaun shavings, and it's half marijuana. That's how you know it's good cooch.
Oh,
That's right. It's
my
leprechaun
lungs.
cooch shavings.
Cooch.
If you want an extra hit, I recommend putting out the butt on the crotch vein here. It provides quite
Yeah,
a
it's almost like coitus because it's the leprechaun cooch, as I
Anything to
said.
be cool. I'll give it a try. Oh, that hurts.
Yeah, it hurts real good, doesn't it?
It hurts a lot. I don't know if my skin will ever heal.
Yeah, it probably won't. It probably won't. High five, old man.
Yes,
Oh.
and now when you have sex for the 3rd time, somebody will say, "Hey, what's that cool scar on your dick?"
Yeah, chicks dig scars. Also, so do everyone else. I don't know who you want to have
This is
sex
true.
with. I'm open-minded. I have sex with all sorts of things.
This is amazing.
This is one of the
I
many
love
things I
hanging
love
out
about
with
you,
young
Chadwick.
people. Isn't it fun, Egbert?
Yeah, it's great.
And with that, we bid adieu for the evening. It is great hanging out with young people. Thank you, everybody, for watching The Wizard Hole. New Haverlock Hunters. Magnus, I hope you're not too mad at everybody. I think everyone did great.
Oh, no,
I would be pissed.
And things didn't get derailed too hard without the straight man in the room.
Come to my office at the academy later. We'll see what we can work out. For
Will you get me a student pass? I'd love to be a TA.
That I think could be arranged. Don't tell your mistress though.
Now, Chadwick does not leave
'Cause
my
I love
side.
TNA.
However, if you could work some of your...
There's plenty of that at the academy. Don't worry your little head. It's good to be expanding in many ways.
Sounds pretty
Pretty good.
good.